This forest has been cut for hundreds of years, and yet it's still here. That shouldn't make sense. If you keep cutting trees, eventually, there's nothing left. That's how we think about it today. But medieval peasants lived differently. They had a system that gave them firewood every single year, without replanting a single tree. Not for a decade, for centuries. And once you understand how it worked, you'll realize they didn't just solve a problem. They avoided one we still haven't. For a medieval peasant, fire wasn't optional. It wasn't cozy. It wasn't something you turned on and off. It was the center of life. Every morning started with it. Every meal depended on it. Every cold night was fought against it. If the fire went out, everything became harder. And in winter, when temperatures dropped and food became scarce, running out of firewood didn't just mean discomfort, it meant real danger. Which is why the question wasn't, how do we get wood? It was, how do we never run out? Here's where everything shifts. Medieval peasants didn't cut trees the way we do. They didn't remove them completely. They cut them low, but not all the way. And then something unexpected happened. The tree didn't die. It came back. From the stump, new shoots started growing. Thin, straight, fast, not one tree anymore, but several. And the more it was cut, the more it produced. Normally, a tree takes decades to mature. But these shoots didn't follow that timeline. Because underground, the tree was still fully alive. The root system was already there. Deep, established, powerful. So instead of starting from nothing, it restarted from strength. Growth accelerated. What should take decades happened in years. And when those new stems were cut, the process repeated, over and over again. This is the part most people don't realize. The person who cut the tree was not the same person who would benefit from it. A man might cut a section of woodland, knowing it would only be ready again years later. His children would harvest it, maybe even his grandchildren. This wasn't short-term thinking. It was long-term survival planning. The forest became something you passed down, not something you used up. At this point, it stops being just a tree. It becomes something else, a system. A single stump could produce multiple usable stems, each one cut, each one regrown, each one part of a cycle. And that cycle didn't end, because the tree never truly died. It just kept resetting. This wasn't random. Medieval forests were organized, divided into sections. Each section followed a rotation. One area was cut, another was growing, another was nearly ready. So every year something was always available. There was no waiting for an entire forest to regrow. There was no panic in winter, just rhythm, like a calendar written into the land itself. The wood produced by this method wasn't massive. It didn't need to be. It was smaller, straighter, easier to handle. It dried faster, burned cleaner, and most importantly, it behaved predictably. You knew how it would burn, how long it would last, how much heat it would give. That kind of consistency mattered more than size, because consistency meant control, and control meant survival. If you walked through one of these forests, you wouldn't immediately understand what you were seeing. Clusters of trees growing from the same base, different heights, light breaking through in uneven patterns, birds moving through open spaces. It felt natural, untouched. But it wasn't. Every section had a history. Every cut had a purpose. Every part of the forest was part of a cycle. Invisible at first glance, but carefully maintained over decades. Here's the real difference. Medieval peasants didn't see trees as objects. They saw them as living systems, something that could respond, adapt, regrow. They didn't try to control everything. They observed, adjusted, worked with what was already there. They didn't need to force the forest to behave. They needed to understand how it already behaved. No one taught this in a classroom. There were no diagrams, no instructions written down. This knowledge came from watching, from repetition, from paying attention. If something failed, you saw it. If something worked, you remembered it. And over time, patterns emerged. Those patterns became habits. And those habits became tradition.
Like this child.
Not because they were written, but because they worked. This system didn't disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared because we changed what we valued. Speed became more important than stability. Volume became more important than sustainability. We wanted more wood, faster, bigger, simpler, and systems like this didn't fit anymore. So they faded. Not because they were outdated, but because they required patience. Today, we cut trees, burn them, then start over, plant new ones, wait decades, buy more, repeat. It works, but it's fragile. It depends on constant input, constant replacement. The medieval system didn't need that, because it didn't break the cycle, it maintained it. That's the part that feels unfamiliar. The forest wasn't something they consumed, it was something they continued. A living loop. Cut, regrow, cut again. Not depletion, not replacement. Just continuity. And here's the quiet truth. Nothing about this system is gone. The trees can still do it. The forests can still respond the same way. The method still works. What disappeared was the way of thinking behind it. Because medieval peasants didn't discover something new. They simply paid attention long enough to understand what was already there.